Hey everybody, welcome to my usual me and welcome back to Myth of Empires, where today we're going to go ahead and talk about taming and raising the small and medium animals. I am level 33 right now, 35 right now, which means I'm not quite of a level where I can tame the larger creatures. Let's go over to cart and cage and we'll show you what I'm talking about. You start off at level 18 with your rabbit pens and your fox pens, and then you get into at level 28, you can get your animal cage for your larger animals, and you can get your deer pen at level 31. Then at level 33, you get your wolf den and your boar pen, and we have not gotten any further than that because I'm not high enough level to get the bears and the panthers. Okay, so the bears and the panthers, and then after that, of course, we have tigers and we have crocodiles. I think that's as far as they've gotten. I don't think we have. Do we have the elephant? Giant animal cage is for the tiger. Wait, no. Yeah, that's for your tigers and your crocodiles. And I don't think we've gotten. There are elephants in the game, but I haven't seen where the elephant taming might be passive, because they're pretty smart animals. So it might be a passive thing. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the small and the medium animals today. As I get into the higher levels, we'll go ahead and talk about the more dangerous animals as we go. So, as far as rabbits and foxes go, guys, as you can see, we have some rabbits in here. Let me go ahead and collect that right there. They're going to give you fur, bones, coarse hide, some fine hide, and meat. Very little meat, but they do give you some. And then the foxes, they're going to give you the same things, only they're going to give you fox fur as well. Now, fox fur is supposed to be the favorite food of a boar. However, we've found some things that are not quite balanced yet. This is going to change. If you're watching this video 6 months to a year in the future, because this is an early access game, the balance might change. And so the fodder itself, like this fodder right here, the fox fodder, which is supposed to be their favorite food, might do better later than it does right now. Right now, this food does not do well, okay, for the amount of effort it takes to make it, I should say. So the favorite food for the rabbit is rabbit fodder, right? And so there's an issue here when you're early game, especially when you're early game. Fox fodder is going to be, rabbit fodder, where is it? Let me find it. There we go. It's going to take 1 grass, 1 bark. It's not too bad. Then you get 1 quality wheat and then 1 quality soybean cake. So trying to survive early on with wheat and soybean cakes, going out to the animals isn't a smart move, in my opinion. What we've been using for our animals, guys, for all of the herbivores, is the common coarse fodder. Now, that is grass, bark, and wildflowers. When you chop down your trees, you're going to get a lot of bark. When you pick in your grass, you're going to get a lot of wildflowers. This is what we've been feeding everybody. We've been feeding our rabbits this. We've been feeding our deer this. We've been feeding our pigs this. Okay? So right now, this is the go-to food for those 3 animals. If you're having a hard time feeding your animals, switch to this. You should be fine. All right, so with the foxes, if you're looking at meat, because their favorite is their fox fodder, what you do is this fox fodder is made from 2 meat and 5 rabbit hay. Okay, the rabbit make the hay that feed the foxes, and the fox fodder is 5 rabbit hay and 2 meat. So I made 20, which is 40 meat. We're going to see how much, let me give you this as an example. We'll go up into here. Right now we're at 49%. If I give the fox, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to batch feed it just to make it easy. So if we batch feed 10 fox fodder, we go from 49% to 50.4%. That's 1.4 for 20 pieces of meat. So if we go and we batch feed it 20 pieces of meat here, 51.3. So that's 0.9. So the foxes are the only example that we found where the fodder is actually worth making versus the other fodders, because other fodders have multiple ingredients that you need to feed yourself. Although you can use meat to feed yourself, arguably, I understand that, but it's only 2 ingredients. It's rabbit hay, which is easy to get, and meat, which all of the other animals are giving up at a large amount when you start talking about your deer and your boar. All right, when it comes to taming the foxes and the rabbits, what we found was we're going to go ahead and just go into one of these habitats here. There's a fox habitat here. There's a rabbit habitat here. We'll just go into the fox habitat real quick. And what I would suggest for you guys is to have this keen sight soup. It's a level 10 item, but you're also going to need to be able to, in the talent tree, be able to see the animals. And that's going to be right here at, I think it's level 1. Is it level 150? It might be level 150. Spot animals within 100 meters easily. You need to use keen sight soup to enhance your eyesight, so you can better do this. So what you'll do is you just with the keen sight soup, you'll see a little paw when you get within 100 meters of an animal. There's one right there. There's another one right there. This is going to be the fox habitat. We're going to go ahead and jump down, and we're going to. All you got to do with these traps, these little baby traps. As I get over here, they're not even afraid, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to get off. And these traps are actually made in your inventory. They're a level 18 item, and they require 17 hardwood, 9 copper ingots, and 6 twine. They're super easy to set. You just go ahead and put them down like this, and the fox should come and make a beeline right for your trap. If they don't, you can just walk away for a second, turn around, and come right back. They might not when you're around, but as soon as I leave, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to wait. I can probably just check it from a distance. We should have a fox. He's just sleeping. Going to call me a liar. They normally will just walk. There, he just got up. Oh, he's going to, and here he goes. He should go right to the trap. Maybe. There he goes. Boom. Come on. Don't make me a liar. There it is. Took me a second. Took him a second, but he's there. So now we've trapped the fox. Normally they make a beeline straight for it, but he had to take a nap first, I guess. So and then we can go ahead and we just pick this up, and then I'm going to show you how to put your fox and your rabbits and your fox and your rabbits into the habitat, because it confused me a lot when I first got. Oh, there's some deer here we can play with too in a minute. All right, so when you're at your habitat for the foxes and the rabbits, you're going to go ahead and hold down the E button. It's going to be your fox in the trap is going to be in your inventory. You're going to hold down the E button. You're going to put the animal into the building. It's going to ask you what kind. If you have foxes and you have rabbits, you'll see both of those there. But we have the fox. So we're going to click on that, and there you go. He just added him to the company. And then we're good to go. Now, with the amount of animals, if you want to cut it down because you're finding that the animals are eating too much and you still want them, I had my animal numbers all the way up to 30. 30 is the most you can have in a habitat at any one time. And the rabbits, we had 31 night. We woke up the next morning and we only had two rabbits, a male and a female, left because they starved to death. And so what you want to do is you want to go to animal number. And it says 30, and it says set the limit for the animal number. Once the animal number has reached that limit, they cannot mate anymore, and you can reset the limit for 24 hours later. I have mine on 10. Okay, I'm going to cancel because I have mine on 10. We have 4 females and 4 males at the moment because the death rate has surpassed the birth rate. So their mood is at 0, but the birth rate's still at 2.0. Okay, some people might say that the fodder increases their mood. It might, but I have not seen any correlation between fodder, mood, and birth rate. Nothing that tells me. Maybe it's projection of product, but if you have like between 10 and 30 animals in your pen, you're going to be kicking out more product than you really need to worry about. So I think that's everything on the rabbits and the foxes. Let's go ahead and go to the deer. The deer, guys, you're going to want to go ahead. You have to go over. You need the medicine from the deer higher up, from the deer on. You're going to want the medicine cauldron. And the medicine cauldron, you're going to want to make this horse tranquilizer, okay? The horse tranquilizer is made with 2 vegetable oil, 3 putrid meat, 5 wood ash, and 4 peas. And if you don't know where to get your peas, the peas are going to be on the plains, okay? So there's plains area across the river here where we're at. You know what I can do? I can go ahead and I can swim across the river, and I can show you what the peas look like right now. I'm just gonna go. Well, we're just gonna go. I'm gonna swim across, and I'm gonna show you what a pea plant looks like, and then we'll come back and we'll shoot a couple of deer. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make the the stone blunt-headed arrows. Okay, and that is a level 21 item. And what those are knockout arrows. Those are tranquilizer arrows. And it takes one stone arrow and one of those horse tranquilizers to make one arrow. And you're like, that's pretty expensive. It is pretty expensive, but it's worth it because that's the only way you're getting close enough to a deer to knock it out. Okay, it's just like killing a deer with an arrow. Only whenever you get it down to its lowest amount, it will fall over, and instead of killing it. Now you're gonna want to use your basic bow, okay? Or if you're talking about like a higher level creature that I try to use it on boars, and boars you can get a couple of shots off. Like if you want to aggro the animal from far away to where the rest of the group doesn't come after you, it might work, but I would highly suggest not trying to use these arrows on anything other than either a horse or a deer, anything that's skittish. Down the road, we might find that elephants are a thing, that you might be able to knock these out with elephants, but I don't know. So, but I do know that it's the only way I've found to tame deer is to poke them full of holes with these knockout arrows. Now, someone told me this is what they call the alluvial plain. And basically, these are this is the plains where I guess you would find the Mongols, right? So let's see. I'm looking for the pea plants. A lot of times are underneath bushes. Sometimes they're kind of hard to spot. Once you know what to look for, you will never be able to unsee it. So let me see if I can find one right quick. There's one right here. Here we go. Let me hit the V. All right, so it's got purple flowers, and if you get really close, I'm crouched down here, you can see the peas are hanging from it. This is the pea plant. Okay, you will get occasional seeds, and you will be able to do the occasional harvest. But really, your best bet to collect them. Like I got 7 peas from that plant. Your best bet is to come out here and to hunt around the bushes and look for the pea plants from here, because otherwise, you're going to be hating life. There's another one right there. I'll go ahead and collect some more peas right here. So the peas, guys, are not hard to find. There's another one right here too. I think maybe not. Maybe that was not it. No, that was not it. It looked like it though. But what is this? There are more purple plants in this world than just the pea plant. So, but yes, that's the pea plant. Hopefully that helped you out. If you guys are looking for it, it drove me nuts for a long time. Okay, now guys, with the deer, I got one over here who's by himself. I'm going to chill out and let him calm down for a second. He's a level 8. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the keen sight soup. Oh, no, it's not what I want. The keen sight soup, so I can see where he's at, and I can kind of track his movements without him seeing me. So we keen sight soup for a minute. Now, we don't want our heavy-duty bow, okay? It's my Scythian bow. I don't want that. We want the crude wooden bow because these guys have low health. The lower levels are going to have low health. A higher level, you might be able to start with a more powerful bow, but your chances of killing these guys are really, really good. So I'm going to make sure, okay, we got the proper arrows in this. You just drag them over, and then I'm going to go ahead and I prefer to use just a weaker bow just because it seems, oh, I think he left, didn't he? Is he right there? I think these are deer right here. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we got a deer. I don't know I got to see what level they are before I shoot them because it's level 6. Because that way I know which one to follow. Oh, I missed him. Shoot. I think I hit him. And then I just got to watch that footprint so I know which one it is. And I know he's a level 6, so get him to calm down a little bit. Hit him again. You're going to want 6 or 7 arrows. This one went in front of the other one to keep me from taming him, I think. Is that there's the 8? Is that the 8 though? Wait, or was it a 6? There he goes. He just went down. All right, so we just knocked him out. So that took me 6 arrows. I missed one, though. So, okay, so the deer's right there, and he is alive. So we're going to go ahead and let's put this bow away. And I'm going to go ahead and you have to hook up the horse to the carriage. You're going to pull, because the carriage has the cage on it. And in a minute, I'll show you how to put the cage on top of the wagon. It's super easy to do. I think I have an extra cage laying around somewhere. Just going to back my horse up if it'll let me. Sometimes these things are stubborn. Whoops. That should be good enough. Go ahead and get off. All right. Going to go ahead and hold down the E button, and it's going to say connect the horse. And then you're come on. There you go. And then Wilbur. Boom. All right, it'll move. Now it's connected to the horse. Now we go ahead and we just... These things are pretty easy to... It's not terrible to maneuver, but we don't have much room around here anymore. So we got a lot of stuff we've built. Now I don't know if aggressive animals will... attack your unconscious animals. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that deer's over there. Should be good. Oh, he laid down next to his buddy. He's like, I'll be there for you. All right, so this deer actually might wake up in a second. I don't know what the you can see the torpidity of the animal. He's still unconscious for a minute. So and the health is going back up, which is great. It's great. Torpidity is going down and the health's going up. You can see how that's happening. So go over to the cage, hold down and go to put the animal in the cage. Boom. All right. There. Oh wait, hang on. And then you got to click on deer. There we go. Deer's awake. The other one's mad. It can be as mad as it wants to be. It's another female, which is great because I've got a male and a female in the habitat right now. So another female is always welcome. Haven't been having a hard time keeping more than a couple of deer in the habitat at the same time, but it's okay. Really, that's all I need. My birth rate is about the same as my death rate, it seems like. And we'll go ahead and just, once you have the animal in the cage, oh. Just get the animal close, or the cage close to the habitat, and then we'll go ahead and go to the habitat. Hold down the E button. Just put the animals in the building. Boom, and the animal. Oh, see, you got to click on that and then go to the animal, deer. There it is, and it just went in there. All right, so we've got 1 male, 2 females right now, and it looks like my food amount's 77%, so we're doing good. The mood is 15.8. It was at 0 yesterday, so it's going up. So that's a good thing. Birth rate is 1.3. Mortality rate is 1.0. Like I said, I have these are not the same creatures that I tamed. These are like 20th generation or something. Every time one's born, another one dies, and it's pretty even. Like I might be unlucky, and we might end up with 2 females and no male, or 3 females on no male. But now that I've got 2 females in here, they should multiply pretty good. I've got all of these pens turned down to 10 animals each, I think. Maybe not these pigs, though. These pigs look like they're massively overpopulated. Maybe not. I think they're at 10. 5 and 4. Yeah, they're at 10. So we're good. All right, with the boars, guys, I'm not going to tame a boar today. We might run around and I might knock one out just so you can see what it's like. But the tool you're going to want to use for the boar, because I have plenty of pigs, guys. I don't need any more pigs. All right, but you get an idea of how to take this cage and hang on. I can't back. You know, I had never been able to back a trailer up. I was never able to back a trailer up in my entire life. I am terrible at it. You know, I'm just gonna release it. I'm gonna move it by hand. So to get this off of you just go and you go here, you go remove the connection, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually pull the cart and I'm going to push it myself. Because I'm terrible at backing up trailers. I always was. I would not be a good farmhand, that's for sure. and go ahead and leave the cart there. Okay. All right, guys. So the animal cage is made in the architect bench, and it's a level 28 item. Like we said before, it is 10 wooden planks, 5 twine, 13 copper ingots, and 40 hardwood. So I have an extra one here. I'm show you how to put it on your. I'm going to show you how to put it on your cart. You have to have it on the cart. If you put it on the ground, you will be able to put the animal in the cage, but you will not be able to do anything else with it. Okay, so you can have the spike board on the back of your cart, and if you're out and about and you're out in a dangerous area, but I wouldn't suggest it when you're taming, and you can put that on there. But if you have the cage on here, you cannot put the spike board on the cage after, or on the cart after. So you can do it the opposite way, but if you take it out and your spike board gets destroyed by animals, you're not going to be able to put another spike board on your cart. So, I mean, do you want to start with a spike board? It's up to you, but this is all you do. That's all really. You can put it on the ground, but you're never going to be able to pick this up off the ground. You're going to have to destroy it. Okay. So I highly suggest you have a cart that's dedicated to a cage like we do. That's going to be your best bet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get over to the boars. I'm going to show you the boars. Actually, let me go ahead and show you where you make your better club. Weapon bench here. Where you make your simple club. Right next to it at level 25, you're going to make your solid club. You need 3 twine, 2 raw leather, 7 bone, and 30 hardwood. This is a very, very useful tool. An extremely useful tool. This is what I use for pigs. Hands down, works every time. That does 200 points of damage in my hands. It might do more or less according to yours, depending on your one-handed skill. This will level your one-handed skill as well, if you're looking to do that. Yeah. Okay, we got a pig right here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna. Oh, slow down. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out this. We have the club here. Here's the club. Let's go ahead and pull it out, and it's a level 12 male. I'm gonna hit him once. Hit him again. 3, 4. Oh, I hope I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. His torpor his health is low, but his torpor is really high. That's great. So if I wanted to tame him, we can bring the cage over. We can put him in the cage like we saw before, and we can go ahead and we can take him over to the pen. We can let him go. But he's going to wake up in a minute. He's not going to be worse for wear. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you the rundown real quick on what these animals give. The rabbits, they're going to give fur, which we sell to the dynasty. We have coarse hide, we have fine hide, we have bones, and we have rabbit hay, which we use for the fox fodder, and some meat. Not a lot, even though I have like 9 here now. It's not a lot of meat. The foxes themselves, they give up bones, they give up some fur, but mostly it's fox fur they give up. They give up some meat, but not. This is actually just collected from the rest of the pens. They give fine hide, they give coarse hide, and you can see pretty much the proportions of what, because we don't pull out very often of what out of here. So I mean, we get a little bit of fur, mostly fox fur and bones, coarse hide, and a little bit of fine hide. And then the deer themselves, they're actually gonna provide the wolf food in a minute. They put out a lot of antler, like a lot of antler. They also put out some horn, which you need for your bows, but so far the bows are the only things that we've seen that this bow right here, the Scythian bow, that we're using the horn for. Now I'm sure there's some medicine, down the road that we're going to use it for, but yeah, the antler is for wolf fodder. So deer are worth getting. They're worth getting because if you want wolves and you want fangs for wolves. So we got anyway. They do give out some flawless hide and fine hide, but as far as I've heard, panthers are giving out flawless hide right and left. So I don't know if that's the case, but we do get some, very little. Mostly it's coarse hide, antler, horn, a little bit of meat, not a lot of meat. The meat is actually coming mostly from the pigs. The pigs are giving out. This is where you get your fat, guys. So we got truffles, which are the bear's favorite food. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what that happens once I'm able to do that. Get a lot of truffles. They're kicking out a lot of truffles. They kick out as many truffles as the deer kick out antlers. You have the animal fat, which I don't really need a ton of for quenching the iron, but you do need it for iron working. And we have pig cinnabar, which I've not figured out what that does yet, but definitely going to be looking into that. If anybody knows, tell us what they do what that does down in the comment section. We do get some coarse hide, and we do get some fine hide. Not much, but some. Like I said, animal fat and bones, but really, and meat. We do get meat off these pigs. They probably give out more meat than the rest of the animals, but not by much, but a little. It's mostly the truffles and the fat and the cinnabar that they're kicking out. So you should be aware of what's going on. Hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully you guys I demystified the first 4 animals that you can tame. If it did, well, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. As I always say, I am my usual me. You be your usual you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.